All right, everybody, good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me here at Atlanta News First Alert Desk. My name is Savannah Louie here, and I've got your top 5 stories for tonight. And we are starting off here with some breaking news, developing news right now. National news out of Florida right now concerning former President Donald Trump. We are just learning now that former President Trump has been indicted in Florida. What we're learning tonight is that Donald Trump has said he has been indicted on charges of mishandling classified documents at his Florida estate. This is igniting a federal prosecution that is arguably the most perilous of multiple legal threats against the former president as he seeks to reclaim the White House. Now, again, all of this is coming as the former president is still facing a possible indictment here in Florida. Florida County, Fulton County District Attorney Bonnie Willis says she will announce her decision whether or not to indict Trump this summer. But what we know right now is that a special grand jury has already invested claims Trump and his allies attempted to overturn Georgia's 2020 presidential election results. All of this coming as, again, Trump has been indicted on charges of mishandling classified documents out of Florida. The Justice Department has no immediate comment or confirmation on this circumstance. We know that prosecutors handling this probe were spotted Thursday at a Miami courthouse where a grand jury had been hearing from witnesses. Now, Donald Trump released a statement just moments ago, about 10 minutes ago here, calling the Biden administration corrupt. He says that the Biden administration informed his attorneys that he had been indicted. He also says that he is an innocent man and that he has been summoned to appear at the federal courthouse in Miami on Tuesday at 3 o'clock p.m. Donald Trump continues to call this a dark day for the United States of America. He says we are a country in serious and rapid decline. Now, this is a developing story as we continue to learn more about this fallout and what could also happen here in Fulton County surrounding possible indictment toward the former president. We'll continue to bring you all of the latest updates. But again, we are learning that former President Donald Trump has been indicted out of Florida tonight. All right, we're moving straight ahead here to news a little bit more local. For this one, we are going to go up to Alpharetta, where a carnival is back open after a shooting involving 2 teenage girls and a suspect. Police are still looking for that suspect tonight. And parents in this North Atlanta community say they are worried about their safety and their family's safety. People in the community even demanding their safety remain priority over the desire to make money from ticket sales at this carnival at North Point Mall. They say that the carnival, which in this video is closed but is now open, they say that the carnival should remain closed. Now, those victims I told you about just moments ago, 15 and 18 years old, they are recovering from their injuries. Police say this was an isolated incident. They do not know if victims knew the young man who fired the shots. They also found a gun at the scene, but no suspect. All right, we're moving straight ahead here. We're moving right along here to a story that's going to impact plenty of Georgia families. We were talking about a little extra money here to help fight crime in Georgia. Crime has been it's always a serious issue here in the metro Atlanta area, unfortunately. And today, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp working to change that. Today, the governor earmarked more than $83 million to address problems like crime enhanced by the pandemic. This money is being spread out across the state, and most of it will go toward upgrading local crime prevention programs. Last summer, the governor used $100 million in COVID relief funds to address crime-fighting efforts. Now, under state law, the governor decides how federal grant money is spent, and right now, it seems like he thinks that fighting crime is the best way to use some of these funds. And honestly, after all of the reporting that we have done on some of the crime, especially crime involving young people, I'm sure a lot of families out there would agree with that. All right, 4th story for you tonight. Speaking of crime, this is a heartbreaking story, and we're certainly wishing this family well tonight, but a father is paralyzed after attempting to stop a carjacking. This happening in Atlanta in Fulton County. Here's a video of that man right now. His name is Kendrick Frederick. He actually still has a bullet lodged in his neck. There's our reporter Zach Summers speaking with him today. Frederick was shot on May 15th on Peter Street in the Castleberry Hill neighborhood near downtown. He says he was about to shoot a music video when his team noticed someone was trying to steal his friend's car. That's when Frederick tried to stop those would-be thieves, and according to a police report, he was shot during an exchange with the people seen driving off in a Maserati. Now, the 26-year-old, who is a father of 3, remains in Grady Hospital. He's waiting on the rehab facility to accept him before he can actually leave Grady. Police have not said if they have any leads in this case. And again, that father is just hoping that he pulls through. He says the hardest part about this whole situation has been him being in the hospital away from his 3 children. All right, final story I've got for you tonight. This is pretty big here as we inch a little bit closer to Election Day. I know it still seems like it's far out, but it's going to be here faster than you know it. And we are tracking the GOP convention this Friday. This is going to happen in South Georgia here. Republicans heading to South Georgia to kick off the annual GOP convention. Now, we just heard about former President Donald Trump. He is planning to be there as of our last check. With the news of his indictment, maybe that'll change, maybe not. The Columbus Republican Party chairman says hotels in Columbus are filling up with thousands of delegates and also some curious spectators coming in to see some of the convention's headliners. Speakers who are scheduled include former President Donald Trump, along with former Senator Kelly Loeffler, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones. Now, Governor Brian Kemp will not be in attendance, and neither will Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. Neither of them will be there, although this is a very, very big event, and Atlanta News First will continue to cover it as we look toward tomorrow's events. All right, well, from here, I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on this Thursday night. Send you with a picture out at Truist Park. Wow, stands are packed. Braves playing tonight, and honestly, I say it's always a good night for baseball, but especially tonight. And for more on that, we can bring in our meteorologist, Patrick Pete, with the forecast. Patrick, beautiful night for baseball, right?
Oh, it's so nice. Wish I could be out there. The weather is gorgeous. And you know what, y'all? It's only going to get better as we head into the day tomorrow. So lots of goodness in the cards for us as we head through the next couple of days. So let's all be prepared for it. We're talking about drier air that is building into the area. Drier than it should be this time of year. Very low dew points. Lots of sun. Fantastic day to get out and about. So giving tomorrow that golden trophy icon because it's just going to be amazing outside. Temperatures are going to be trending warmer Saturday as we're looking at another dry, mostly sunny day with highs that are going to climb to near 90 degrees across most of the area. But 2 first alerts are looking at us down the pipeline. Sunday and Monday, showers and storms. We're watching 2 systems, a warm front and then a cold front. Both of them going to bring instability. Both of them going to bring rain and storms as we head through the end of the weekend and the beginning of next week. Meanwhile, these smiley faces really just illuminate how I feel about tomorrow. They're indicating those 2 points in the 40s and low 50s, which means that no matter what day part you go outside tomorrow, despite it getting into the 80s, it is just going to feel fantastic out there. Meanwhile, the morning numbers will be a little bit cooler than the last few mornings. Some folks are actually going to start off the day in the upper 50s. I think we're going to be in the low to mid 60s by 8 a.m. here in Atlanta, climbing towards 77 around lunchtime. Listen, Friday, lunch break, park, that's what you want to do. The commute home is going to be in the mid 80s, and then we're going to gradually see those numbers start to cool down. A nice northerly breeze through the overnight is going to make tomorrow night very comfortable to be out and about for a night on town across the city. Meanwhile, we're going to start off your Saturday with temperatures that are going to be a degree or 2 warmer, so low to mid 60s for the start of the day Saturday. Great morning to hit the links, getting into the lower 80s as we push into the afternoon hours, and then we'll climb into the upper 80s for the bulk of the afternoon with some isolated spots hitting 90 degrees before starting to cool back down. But you can see that heading into the evening hours, clouds are starting to build into the area. We do expect the conditions to become mostly cloudy through the overnight, and then as we head into your Sunday, spotty shower possible, but we expect the bulk of that moisture to push into the area as we head into the afternoon and evening. So that's where that first alert will lie. And unfortunately, we're going to see showers and storms come in waves through the evening hours and then again early on Monday as that cold front eventually starts to sag towards the south and east and slides on out of the area as we head into Monday night. So we do expect things to be pretty quiet heading into the evening hours. Good mix of sun and clouds for your Tuesday, with an afternoon pop-up possible. So we're keeping that rain chance at about 20% Tuesday. So once we get past Sunday and Monday, the worst will be over. Meanwhile, prepare yourself for tomorrow, which is just going to be amazing. 90 degrees as we head towards your Saturday, and then we're going to see temperatures moderate back into the mid-80s as we head towards the middle of next week. Looking at next week, outside of Monday, Wednesday looks like our best chance of scattered showers and storms. Mid-80s for daytime highs on Thursday. So I hope that everybody is having a good evening. There's lots going on, lots of breaking news. There's been lots of breaking news all day, and there's more of that coming tonight. So our teams are hard at work, and they're going to have that update for you. Meanwhile, we're going to do a deeper dive into the forecast on Peachtree TV coming up at 9 o'clock. So you can catch that in about 45 minutes. We'll be back on at 10, and then we'll have that final look at your Thursday numbers coming up on Atlanta News First at 11. So you guys have a fantastic evening, and we will catch you tonight.